Fort Wayne seems like a good drinking town, which is good because I'm a good drinker and pretty good at it. The only thing I don't drink anymore is Jack Daniels. I don't know if you guys have had that before. Yeah. Things get a little weird, out of control. Last time I had some, I was visiting a friend of mine, and we were doing some shots of Jack Daniels at his apartment, and then we went out to the bars, and we headed into this fancy new place, and I go up to order a drink, and all of a sudden I feel this hand on my upper back, and then it just kind of slowly worked its way down, and cupped a feel of my ass. And that's when I finally decided to look over, and I happened to see a man sitting on the bar stool next to me, with another man sitting on his lap. I didn't think anything of it either, and these two guys started talking to me. They were like, "Have you ever been here before?" And I was like, "No, it's our first time here." And they said, "Well, you do realize that this is a gay bar, don't you?" Did not. And it's not like me and my friends cared. We're just out to get drunk. It doesn't matter to us. And plus, there wasn't like a big neon sign that said gay bar. There wasn't penises all over the walls. It was just a bar, you know? But then one guy got to go to the bathroom, and the other guy leans over towards me and he goes, "Well, if you like it here, you should come back next weekend, because my boyfriend's gonna be out of town, and I've always wanted to have sex with a bear." Yeah. Now, a couple things about that, Fort Wayne. By a bear, he meant me, which, if you do not know, in the gay community means a big guy with a beard. Now, at the time when this happened, I also didn't know that. And I grew up in a very small rural farming community in Wisconsin. And I'm not trying to bash on my hometown or anything, but growing up, we always heard rumors about people possibly fornicating with a cow or a horse on occasion. All right, it gets lonely in those barns, I guess. So when this guy told me that he wanted to have sex with a bear, I was like, "Hey man, I'm not judging you or anything, but I'm just gonna tell you that sounds extremely dangerous. Like, I would not recommend running up behind a grizzly with a boner. It's just not gonna end well." So anyways, I went back the following weekend and I had sex with that guy. So that's why I don't drink Jack Daniels anymore. It's a little weird. But I'm single and I'm in my 30s, so that's something, I guess. I don't know. It's a little weird. Judging by the applause, you agree? Yeah, it's something. But I kind of like dating though, because it gives you a chance to learn other perspectives, right? Other things you didn't know you liked or you didn't know that you hated. For example, my last girlfriend had a side job selling things for Pure Romance. The ladies know what that is? Yeah, dildos and such, right? Yeah. And what I learned from that is that whenever I went over to her house, I had to be very careful where I sat down. And I also learned I'm into pegging, so learn something new every day, right? If you guys don't know what pegging is, do not look it up. You don't need to know. But me and that ex-girlfriend, we still might get along yet. It was a mutual breakup. It just wasn't going to work for either one of us. But she also has a 10-year-old daughter named Amber who thinks I'm really cool yet for some reason. So I try to be around and spend time with her, which is pretty fun. However, I never dealt with kids before. I don't have kids of my own. I never dated with kids. And I think some of you might be parents in here, and I think you'll agree with me that kids are kind of stupid, right? They're dumb. I know they're learning, but they're stupid. Like, they gotta learn stuff faster. I don't know. Because they can say one thing and mean something completely different. And the kid almost got me arrested once for that. We started dating, and I went over to their house, and the girlfriend at the time, she was like, "Hey, could you watch Amber for a few minutes while I go pick up a pizza?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And so we're hanging out in the living room, and Amber's got on some stupid kids show, right? You've seen those, they suck. And so I just started scrolling through my iPhone, and all of a sudden she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just checking my fantasy football team, right?" And of course she had to ask, "What's that?" And the best way to explain that to a 10-year-old girl is, I have a team of football players by myself, and I just play against my friends. She immediately lost interest, goes back to watching TV, and her mom comes walking in a few minutes later, and she asked me how it went. And before I could say anything, Amber decides to chime in, and she goes, "Well, I was just watching my show, and Craig was looking at his phone playing with himself. Oh my God, kid, you could not have said that any worse. It's like, do not call the cops, please. Oh my God. That's okay though, because I'm in my 30s and I still say stupid things constantly. I also have a tendency to say them at the very worst times possible. Like I said, me and the ex, we still get along, and she actually called me like a month ago, and she said she was stuck at work, and she asked me if I could pick up Amber from her gymnastics lesson. Again, I'm like, yeah, no problem. And so I go to this place, and I walk in, I'm standing in the lobby with all these parents waiting for the kids to get done. And all of a sudden, this very nosy, caring of a woman comes up to me, and she goes, excuse me, I've never seen you here before. Which child is yours? To which I just replied, none of them? Like, I thought that was a dumb question. And I was like, shit, I shouldn't have said it like that. I was getting some nasty looks. And so I go back over by her and I was like, hey, just to clarify, I'm taking that taller girl in the blue outfit home with me. For some reason, I'm not supposed to pick up Amber from gymnastics anymore. But yeah, being in your 30s and being single is weird. But I think it's given me a lot of time to think and learn some things over the years. And the one thing that I've learned for sure is that women are like parking spaces. It got quiet here. Hear me out. Women are like parking spaces because it seems like the good ones are usually taken. And sometimes people get really upset when you take advantage of the handicapped ones. By the way, you guys have been great. My name is Craig Allen. Thank you so much.